the sea, and the conference. Welcome to Portugal, and welcome to the John Goldman Conference.
All right. As you know, this is a wonderful collaboration. This meeting is a wonderful collaboration between the International CML Foundation and the European School of Hematology. This is something that we started since we started the International CML Foundation and continues working perfectly until now. Let me give you a brief overview of the International CML Foundation. I think that you all are familiar with this organization that was started many years ago, and started with a dinner that we had in Athens. Tim Hughes, John Goldman, and I, and Tim brought the idea of creating this foundation to try to improve the outcome of patients all over the world when all of these amazing story was starting. This continues being very strong, and I want to show you some of what we've accomplished and some of what you have accomplished during this year. This is very timely because we're getting to the 25-year anniversary of the introduction of tyrosine kinase inhibitors, a story where you all have been part of. You know, everybody pretty much in this room in some way or another has contributed to make this progress possible, certainly starting with a big contribution, the big discoveries from Brian Drucker, and the multiple collaborations between different individuals, different groups, and helping us understand how it works and how it stops working and how to overcome that, and getting to better therapies and better outcomes, and much progress over the years. The International CML Foundation was created with the mission of improving the outcome of patients with CML all over the world, as I mentioned earlier. And I think it has helped with that mission with our work and with partnerships with other people in different organizations and areas. But our vision has continued to evolve as we've seen what's possible in CML. And what we want to do is to find a cure for every patient with CML. It is ambitious, but I think that where we are now, it is realistic to think that we can do that. We just need to put the effort and the research to do that. We have had a global reach. You see that we've been, we have delegates from 140 countries. We have had more than 100,000 participants in our programs. We have had more than 10,000 people access our online content. And if you're not one of those, please go there. You'll see there's outstanding content that is produced constantly. A lot of that from you all, and a lot of that from the outstanding staff from the International CML Foundation. And then we have a lot of views for our many, many hours of educational programs that are also really fantastic. So again, I encourage you to look at that and join them. We have had a lot of regional discussion groups, and these are focused to specific areas because different parts of the world face different problems, and these regional discussion groups allow people from those regions to interact with each other and learn from each other and collaborate with each other. We have physicians, 750 physicians from Africa, from South Asia, and from Latin America, which are the big regional areas that we're covering. And those recordings are being viewed very broadly. We have had many case discussions in the last year, 18 cases. I encourage you all to, anytime you have a question that you want to email somebody from this room, please post it in these groups. These are fantastic discussions because you get comments from everybody else, and sometimes very interesting conversations and debates and interactions. So very, very valuable. And then we have these conversations that we have that are highlights from the various meetings. We're going to have one at the end of this meeting where Daniela Kraus and I are going to be discussing the highlights of this meeting. And these are also very well attended. I think they are very valuable. We have a lot of digital platforms for education and clinical tools. They've expanded greatly over the last year. And then we are supporting a lot of in-person meetings. This is, of course, our highlight meeting, our flagship meeting. But we also have a forum at ASH that I encourage you all to participate. It's going to be on Friday, whatever the date is, December 6th or something like that. It's a Friday at ASH. And then we are starting to have, or we've been having some in-country meetings, different countries. We've had one in Chile. We're going to have one in Saudi Arabia. There's going to be others coming in other countries. So very, very active in this regard. We've also had some great scientific collaborations and research. The Genomic Alliance is one of them. We wanted to understand when it started becoming evident that there was some genomic variability in CML, to understand that clonal hierarchy in CML. There's a database now with more than 1,000 patients, and the first data from this is going to be presented by Sue Branford at ASH. Very, very good data that's come from many of you from in this room. We also have a TFR alliance that also has a lot of patients from many countries all over the world. And one very important ambition I mentioned, that our vision is to find a cure for everybody. So we are working on a cure project that's being led by Brian Drucker, Ravi Bhatia, and Tiong Ong. They put together a fantastic proposal that's very comprehensive, from very deep science to patient data, and that's being proposed. We're trying to get grants to support this work. It is really a great effort. I want to remind you that we continue doing our Climb for a Cure. We've been in Kilimanjaro in 2019, I believe. 2023, we went to Annapurna. And next year, we're going to be going to Ecuador, the Avenue of the Volcanoes. The space is limited. There are still a few spaces left. I encourage you all to sign up. If you don't want to climb, you can still support the climb. And I would really encourage you all to support that climb, because all that support comes to the iCMLF to help with all these programs that I just showed you. And then as part of your training to go to the volcanoes, we're going to have our Sunday run. This is at 7 a.m. You can go get your shirt. This time it's purple. We change colors every year, so this is your shirt. We're gonna go here by the ocean. It's a beautiful run. Again, it's just a fun run. There's no racing. There's no winners. There's no losers. Everybody is having fun and supporting the iCMLF. So go to the iCMLF booth and sign up, get your shirt, and we'll see you on Sunday morning. Big thank you to everybody who's contributed in some way to the International CML Foundation. Inevitably, we're probably forgetting some names here. I apologize for that. But it's just to give you an idea of how many people put time and effort and their passion for CML into these contributions. And of course, our corporate partners, and this work cannot be done without their contribution, again, financial, but also scientific, and their friendship. So thank you, all of you, for supporting the work of the International CML Foundation, and we hope to continue being good partners for many, many years to come. I also want to give a big shout out to the staff or the team of the International CML Foundation. As you can see, it's a very lean organization. There's only 5 people, and many of them are only part-time. So all the work that I show you comes from 5 people who do a great amount of work. They're really passionate. They're very efficient. They're very good at what they do. You're going to see Nicola here and Stephanie here. If you see them around, please thank them for the work that they're doing. This is all outstanding. And then this is the board of directors. We have a patient advisory committee and scientific advisors, and thank you all for being part of these teams. So we are really encouraged by what we can do, and we count on you being part of it, both with your contributions, scientific contributions, your friendship, your financial contributions, and your legs in the run, and in the climb. So we're looking forward to the next 25 years of progress and possibility. So thank you very much, all of you. And we're going to move on to our next session. So I'm going to invite our chairs, Dr. Danielle Sarnello and Kendra Sweet. If you remember, they were the top awardees for the best abstracts from last year. And they're going to open the session, as we traditionally do, with the abstracts that got the highest scores for this year. So thank you, everybody, and welcome to Estoril. Welcome to this John Goldman meeting. Thank you.